Yeah, we're in Mexico.
It's going to be quite the storm.
Yeah.
That's what I see and hear about. I remember living in
Suntan already, Sid.
Boston for a snowstorm that everything, the sun is out and you can't avoid it.
Really,
So
right.
we're going to the beach soon for
Oh,
lunch.
oh.
Oh.
So
Mm.
it's pretty much self-caring sort of place. First there's yoga, and then there's the beach, and then there's lunch, and then there's art show, and then
Oh my.
it's really tough.
Nice. Oh, that's nice.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And yeah, the snowstorm. So I was in Boston for a snowstorm once, and my car got stolen and then lost.
Wow.
So the snow started melting, and I saw that my car was in a snowbank. And meanwhile, I'd gotten a rental car because my car was stolen, and it was quite the time.
Mm.
Well, Boston's going to get it this time. Woo, woo-hoo.
Yeah, Don Earl's looking forward to it too. Everyone's getting books to read,
Yes.
reports.
Speaking of books, Samantha, I did order
So
that one about the what is it, the Confederate in the
Oh,
attic.
yes, yes.
I'm looking forward to reading that.
I tell you, it was an eye opener. It really was.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Mm.
what's the title, Samantha?
Confederates in the attic.
Oh,
And the
that's
way the man
about
tells it is
back
he's
patio
from the
was very
north and
small
he goes into the south.
and full of greenery.
So he goes into the South.
Maybe I cut off from the internet.
He goes into the south and he really begins to understand what they grew up with.
Yeah.
Not not what we grew up with, but what they grew up with.
Uh-huh.
And that was the belief that the South won.
I guess
Wow.
They won
this is where
Why did they think they won?
because they were taught that from the time they were children.
But I mean, what did they base that on?
Nothing. It came through
Nothing.
straight line. Yeah.
Nothing.
Hmm.
I have to read it.
a
And-
refusal to accept the consequences of their defeat.
Exactly. Exactly.
They
But-
created their own reality with their
But the thing was,
mentation.
yes, but the thing was that they were raised with it from the time they were little.
Hmm.
And so this entitlement is not a surprise. It's a
Uh-huh.
surprise to us, but it's not a surprise to them. Well, there they rose again.
I guess defeat is in the eyes of the beholder, huh?
I think so. But it is really a very interesting book.
Yeah, it sounds like
Well,
it.
it coincides with my experience with a woman. I went to her family reunion in South Carolina, and all those people thought they won the war.
Hmm.
It was amazing.
Kate, how did you maintain your composure?
Well, I felt like I was there to learn about this. It was like entering another culture.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
a delusional culture.
Yeah,
But
well,
we're living in a delusional culture right now.
Right,
oh yeah,
I think.
And isn't that a lot of what I hear people talking about? Like you create your own reality with your mentations and things like that. So they're like, they're creating their world
Yes.
the
exactly.
same way that we or someone else might create their world of positivism or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So aren't we all deluded in a way? And isn't that the way the world works, is for us to amplify our particular viewpoints to the point where they become real for us?
Yeah.
So what's to say that my perspective is any better than theirs, other
It's
than the fact
kinder.
Yeah, kinder.
that, right, it's kinder. Yeah. And also it is based in historical evidence.
Yes.
But those people, they can produce historical evidence for
Yeah,
what they think
yeah.
they did. You know,
Mhm.
maybe they feel the South was defeated and then it rose again through its ability through Jim Crow and God knows what. But yeah, it's it's think about North Korea or something like that, where it's kind of normal for entire countries to have their own worldview about
Mhm. Yes, it is,
things
Julia.
that are delusional, but basically because they don't have information.
Mhm.
But you also have just as many people who come from that kind of culture that once they know, they change their mind
Yes.
Yeah.
because, they finally get information that gives them a different something else to other food,
Mhm.
a different food to
Yes.
build a different garden on.
Yes.
So,
Well, this woman told me she thought the South had won the war up until she was in her fifth grade. I guess they taught her in school, though, that the
Yes.
South did not win the war. So
Mhm.
she was able to, I think she felt a little duped, really.
Yes.
right, exactly. I think that's what people do when they're lied to or given bad information
Mhm.
and then told to base actions, opinions, and relationships on that information. And then you find out that it really was really a fantasy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But isn't Fox News a fantasy, which many of them believe?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we're faced with the same kind of delusional thinking that the South had some kind of glorious mission when all they wanted to do was keep people from not letting them have slaves.
Well, right. And the whole thing behind the South was the maintenance of generational wealth and colonialism.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
And
right.
and so that isn't that what we're doing now? I mean, isn't that the whole point of this whole Trump era?
Yes.
Aren't we moving back to colonialism? That's what it looks like to me. And I
Yeah.
thought that all intelligent people abandoned colonialism, beginning in the mid 1900s
Right.
as being brutal, unjust, and exploitative.
Yeah.
So now we have to revisit that with a bunch of, what do you call them, yahoos?
Yes.
Oh, wow. And
It's a much gentler term than what I would use.
Right, you mean
Yahoos, I would call them something else.
but those
yeah.
people who are watching Fox News, like they would say the same thing about me because I watch Midas Touch or something like
Yes.
that. Their view of that is exactly my view of Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Except that I don't, like I can't even watch Fox News, frankly, because
No.
every other word is some kind of vicious attack of something. It
Hmm.
has no information. It's all about vitriol and opinion.
Yes. Yes.
But, with Midas Touch, there's outrage and there's things like that, but it's basically information.
Yes, it
It is.
is.
It is.
And it is biased information, but
Right.
at least it's information.
I
And
really
from
liked Jack Smith yesterday, the Jack Smith testimony. That
Yeah.
was fantastic.
I
Yes,
watched
it
some of that
was.
too. What a cool character. What a
Oh, he
man who
is.
knows who he is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
now we
And
know. Yeah. And he basically said that Trump should be in jail
Yeah.
based on facts.
Facts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Yeah.
It's
Kate, you're back. Where's that back that you have there?
probably where you live.
Palm tree and the ocean and all that.
Yeah, it's very relaxing to watch.
I know that looks like where
I bet it
I'm
does. Yeah,
wondering what coastline the your what is
I
it?
don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I get it.
it might be an AI
Just
generated coastline.
It is. Yeah.
must be.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I am in AI land.
Well, at least it's not going to snow there tomorrow, 12 to 18 inches.
We might
It
actually,
will not.
there's
Are you
parts.
ready for the storm, Samantha?
uh, Pretty much. The only thing I have to do is get extra gas, and that won't be a problem. But I have enough dog food and cat food in that I'm safe there. And
That's the
treats.
important thing.
I have treats.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you do have to watch now. I have a dog that goes outside in the yard, and the temperature is supposed to be below zero at some point.
Wow.
Mhm.
You have to really watch him then.
Yeah, Pearl's the one I have to watch because she basically stays outside, and if it's that cold, I can't let her
No,
do that.
no,
Boy, it doesn't get down that far in Pennsylvania much.
no,
Wow.
no. This is an unusual storm, really, because I think for the last few years we've just had maybe one snowstorm, and it's like 6 inches.
Mhm.
But 12 inches is different.
12
Yeah,
to
that's a lot.
12 to 24 inches. Yeah.
Yes. 12 to 24.
Ooh.
It's not going to be too cold here. The lowest is going to be about 18 degrees, which is low for us.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it's not that bad.
Yeah, yeah.
There's places on the Great Lakes that are supposed to dump anywhere from 36 to 50, 60 inches.
Oh
Oh
my
my God.
God.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
That's really, ooh.
Yeah.
Did anybody see that picture on the news of the lighthouse encased in ice along the coast of one of the Great Lakes?
no.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh,
It's quite impressive.
Mm.
I think it's along the coast in Lake Michigan because Chicago has been brutally cold.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, let's face it, Minneapolis is really, really cold. And the people who live there are used to it. But these people who are coming in to, pronounce a war are not. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
else.
Good. Good.
Might not get too far there.
The people who live there are creating even icier streets by pouring water on them so that these guys are flying all over the place.
I hadn't heard that one.
Oh,
Hard to feel sympathy for them.
I know.
I think they should, if they went home and left us alone, that would be the best.
Yes.
So anyway, we're talking about working in this day and age as we get older, and I don't think that's really in people's worldview. They don't think that going back to work is even possible, but it is. I'm the proof of that.
Yeah.
How's the new job?
And I got the job that I wanted.
oh, I was going to ask.
How is it?
Nice.
It's really well, it's very supportive of the people who work there. I just had my first contact. I was calling other people who basically it was probably a no show, and I had to reschedule. But this guy today wanted a wheelchair, and he weighed 500 pounds, but now he has come down 150 pounds, and he wants a wheelchair that will he's in bed 24/7. He needs to get out of bed,
Of
and he wants a
course.
wheelchair. So that's what we're
That'd be a big help to him.
yeah. Also, he can't get his wheelchair around the person who he has a roommate of a person who is at the door and he's way, way back. I said, well, maybe you could get people to move your bed forward. So that's not such a hindrance to getting out when you finally get your wheelchair and you can't get out of the room. That's not going to be any
Oh
good.
no, yeah.
No.
That must be satisfying, Kate, to give practical advice to people.
Yes, especially the wheelchair shouldn't be so hard, but trying to get them, I have to get in touch with the people in the nursing home
Yeah.
It's way, way out in the boondocks
Oh, he's in a nursing home?
in North Carolina. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But he likes the people there and all this and that, and he's happy, but he can't get out of bed. So
Uh,
Mm.
one question.
So
Do you do
you're the place you're working for works across state lines, huh?
yes, I didn't have to get another nursing license, which is so awesome.
Oh, great.
well, so do you have FaceTime with them, or is it just
But
audio?
they choose whatever mode of communication.
I
So if
see.
they want to do video, we'll do video, and if they want to do phone, we'll do phone. And they have an email, so I emailed them, and
Uh-huh.
Good.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I
So
give
you don't have to go anywhere. It's good.
I give them my Solace phone number so that they can contact me. And yeah, it's very cozy, I have the
So
dog.
Yeah.
Great.
how new is this service, and when did this begin?
2022.
Wow.
Yeah, because it is probably a little new.
Yes, and they're getting, well, it's now becoming AI. After I speak with the patient, it it says all of a sudden this thing comes through. It goes, the magic is working. And then,
Mm.
and then they tell me, oh, you did a great job talking about moving the bed and da da da. And then it goes on to really a comprehensive care plan, which
Hmm.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna have to go. We're on our way to meet some friends for lunch. So, but I'm glad I'd be able to hop on for a little bit. And I realized 2 weeks ago I was on and we were still packing. So
Good to
we
see
yeah.
ya.
Well,
we
thanks
got
for stopping by.
Good
Yeah.
to
yeah.
see you, Sid.
Well, good to see
Yes, yes. Have
you
fun.
guys. Okay, thank you.
Have
Bye.
fun. Bye-bye.
Boy, I wish I were going to the beach.
Oh, doesn't that sound fabulous?
Yeah. Well,
Well, even going to the beach where you are, or even where I think it's pretty cold in Florida too.
yes, yes. So not as cold as it was. But Ellie said it got down to 36 degrees.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's really cold for Southwest Florida.
She,
She was complaining she had to put
sisters,
on her jeans again and her sweaters.
It'll
she's in
pass.
the Fort Myers area.
Yes, uh-huh.
I don't think
The
they're
place
getting any
called
snow.
Bona, what is it?
Bonita.
Bella Vista.
Is it, Bonita
No, I'm sorry.
Springs.
Bonita Springs. Bonita Springs.
So if you watch the map, the weather maps do not go into Florida. I'm sure it affects their weather, their temperatures. It's going to be cold, but it's not snowing there or icing.
Right.
No, no.
Hmm.
So
Well,
Jala, you can go to the beach. It's just not a warm
Yes,
one.
I can. Yes, and I have been. So I walk over there quite a lot, but I'm looking forward to swimming again when it gets warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, that'd be
See,
great.
So
John,
I
how many minutes does it take you walking to get over to the beach?
Oh, it's only about 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
I'm
I
just
didn't
a couple
realize you were
of,
that close.
I'm sorry, what?
I didn't realize you were so close to the beach.
Yeah, just a couple of about 3 blocks.
It's the bay, though. I mean, the bay is great, but it's not the
That's
ocean.
Yeah,
okay.
Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay.
That works.
That
yeah,
works.
that
Exactly.
works.
That does.
Oh, it's a beautiful body of water. Beautiful. I love it.
Yes, that's wonderful.
well,
So, as
Kate,
far as the job thing goes, I feel like I was doing some really deep research and I found that job. But then it was over Christmas. Everybody was out of the office. Nobody was paying attention. But I did get another job, which I didn't have to start. I can't believe how wonderful that is. So synchronistic and I got that opportunity, but I was
Mhm.
actually able to use it a little bit as a leverage for the job I really wanted. But they didn't care. They didn't even ask for references.
Hmm.
They did ask for a resume though.
well, your resume is enough, Kate, for
I
goodness
think so
sake.
too. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Hey, go ahead. What's that?
all your experience is such a gift for these people.
I
Yes.
know, and there's different ways of trying to figure things out, which,
Mhm.
AI can help, but we have to be practical too. What people want. It has nothing
Mhm.
really to do with what AI says they want.
Yeah, right, right.
Right, and AI's thinking isn't always,
It's not
you
always
know,
correct.
it's not always correct, right?
Some
But it
hallucinations
sure probably helps
sometimes.
with your case notes, though.
Oh yeah, but I don't have to
That
spend hours on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just end up with a recording that's been organized. That's the best thing in the world about AI.
I know it is.
I haven't been too impressed with AI thinking that I've encountered, but
What do you
their ability
mean?
to like uh organize a recording is good.
Julia, can you use that AI in your work?
I'm a QuickBooks Pro advisor, and that's the wave of the future is they're weaving AI assistance into every aspect of the bookkeeping process. And it is one of the most,
Wow.
implemented things. I have not. Now, I do very simple bookkeeping. I have what are called micro clients. But if you were running like a Fortune 500 company or a manufacturing company or some complex business, it's possible that the AI features may offer you something that speeds your work up or helps you in some way. But
Hmm.
for me, I haven't gotten any reasonable feedback from the AI agents. All of it is ridiculous
Yeah.
and useless. But I've seen people demonstrate stuff that's looks like it might be useful. Um, and for people who don't know what they're doing, it helps them. Like the AI looks for the things that I look for when I'm looking at books. From my experience, I know what to look for. You pull reports, you look at it, and then they have these AI agents that look at that and then they put little flags up. Oh, why do you want to look at this? Do you want to look at that? But that's all part of bookkeeping.
Mm-hmm.
You lay it in, you check the reports, and then you evaluate whether you've got it right or not. Um, and one of the things that people do use it for, that I have used it for, and now they're doing it automatically in one of my email things. Like the AI will write an email for me. Like I'll write an email and then it'll
Wow.
go, what do you want? What about this?
Oh, wow.
And it'll give me alternate text that's maybe worded a little more elegantly. And that's helpful for me because I tend to be I write an email and then I go in and go, okay, let's make this a little friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I could do that in AI. I could say, can you write me a friendly email to blankety blank about blankety blank? And then they'll give you text and then you can go in and edit it. So that's
Yeah.
what a lot of people are using AI for now. And they're also using it to create SOPs for their businesses,
To
um,
create what, Julia?
a standard operating procedure.
Uh-huh.
So this is one thing that happens with a lot of small businesses is that everything exists inside the head of the owner
Uh,
or the floor manager or the floor manager's mother or things like that. So one of the biggest things that you can do for your small business is to create, they're like called work instructions or SOP standard operating procedures that like tell you like what you need to do for your business. Like if you're making a deposit, what do you need to do? Like if you're making a bank deposit, you might think that that's a straightforward and simple thing, but it actually isn't. It's one of the hardest it's one of the hardest things that I have as a bookkeeper with micro businesses is getting people to properly manage their income. They just care that they have money in the bank. That's it. But
Mm-hmm.
you need to know all this stuff about that money coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
And
Yeah.
certain things need to be processed a particular way, or even your bank is quirky. Like, you might have to do certain things with checks over a certain amount. So there's all this kind of subtle and minor information that's held in people's heads that if you needed to replace yourself or replace that person, you wouldn't know. So that's a big thing. And people are using AI for that, where you just like narrate it and then the AI will come up with this thing instead of spending hours and hours like writing
Yeah, yeah,
these work instructions. It's
Yeah.
one of the things that tons of people are saving a lot of time for, and it's helping them organize their businesses better, so that you can hand stuff off. Because a lot of small businesses are very owner centric. So they
Sure.
can't even sell their business or anything because nobody knows how to do anything except for John,
yeah. Hmm.
or his like shop manager or something. So that's one of the things that I see AI really giving a lot of support and adding value there.
Sounds
Um,
very helpful.
yeah. And I mean, like if you think about like all of the like futuristic shows that we've watched through the years, like Star Trek, and that's what they did with the computers. They'd go, computer,
Oh, yeah.
give me the plan of blah, 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 and it would come up with the plan. So, that's kind of where it's at now because we're not all great writers. And, basically what I see is that it fleshes stuff out. And then you can go in and tweak it to have it have your voice, more of your voice. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I have a client who I've known since he was a baby. He's a hairdresser in San Francisco. I've literally changed his diaper. And now he's a successful hairdresser, but he does not think, he's not a clear thinker. He gets like he's very emotional. And he gets wrapped up in how he gets wrapped up in what, all of these scenarios that go on. And he's using AI like uh, he got assessed incorrectly by the San Francisco property, his business property.
Yeah.
And it was this very complicated thing. And he used AI to sort it out for him and explain it to him. He
Hmm.
said, "Can you explain this to me?"
Wow.
That's great.
And so he's using GPT to put scenarios in and as an advisor
Clever.
to, kind of say, hey, what should I think about if I close my salon? What should I think about? And then that's a little if you've worked with AI, you would know that that is too general of a prompt to get a decent answer. But that's, where he's starting. And then AI might ask some questions like, well, what is a salon? You know, who are you? And then you would but he's using it for that, and it really is giving him a lot of uh comfort, like it makes him less anxious about, makes
Yeah,
him feel more powerful, like
yeah,
psychologically,
And
to have this tool that he can use to analyze some and sort his thinking without having to like seek counsel with a person, though he can and does do that, but it's empowering him. I think that's the word I want to use, is
yeah,
empowering him to
hmm,
feel more able to handle things.
That's awesome.
oh, yeah, that is awesome.
Meanwhile, the data centers are building up and causing a lot of people's electricity bill to spike.
Yeah, it's, who'd have thought that. And to me, I question too, like I don't want to, now are we going to need to buy supercomputers for our home offices? Like we just got through, like what is that going to mean to our own like business and laptops and personal computers if there's all this AI running on it?
Yeah.
Are we going to need to get more and more RAM, more and more power, more and more
Oh,
this? And does
yeah,
that
I
mean that
would
we're going
think
to have
so.
to?
Yeah.
And then the security issues, because AI is, now you've got things thinking on your computer that can punch holes in your security, and
Oh my
you
God.
know, it's just on and on and on. It's like, what do they say? Every solution creates a new problem. Every
Yeah.
solution has its own problems. So,
Right, right.
um, uh, I'm, it's questionable. But, for me, I spend a lot of time writing, like, because I feel like I have to be careful to not be too brusque with people because I'm very direct. So I write something and then I go through and I like, okay, oh, I should say, ask them how they're doing before I go, hi, what a beautiful day. How's it going? And so I put that at the top and then I go through and say, oh, I shouldn't say that. That sounds blaming. So I go through and find ways to frame things that
You
normally
customize
I
it.
would just say them. Yeah, yeah. I make them it more digestible, I guess would be. So it's plating. I have my substance and then I work on my plating for the appeal. Um uh, so that's one thing I've learned with my years, and AI could help me with that, I'm sure. But they do, they say, let's write a stern email. And saw the stern email. I go, that's not very stern. I go, stern. I know all about stern.
So it's good to stay away from a punitive kind of.
What
I
a
think that's
strange world we're moving into.
for anybody to get a punitive message is, in my opinion, totally unacceptable.
Well, right. I don't see my messages as being punitive or that, but I tend to be direct, and snowflake pearl clutching people sometimes get offended by it, but it's not punitive in my mind. But a lot of people are very sensitive, so I've learned to buffer that.
The tone,
So
the tone is very important.
yeah, so I
Um,
just say, hey, I need these statements before I can move forward. Well, a lot of people might find that too direct.
Oh,
I'm not
no.
saying if you don't give me these statements, I'm going to quit.
I'm going
I
to come
mean,
and rip your pearls off.
right, exactly. I'm going to come.
I'm
But it's like,
fired.
so I know it's a busy time, but hey, can you shoot me these statements by Friday? So instead of saying that, I would do it a little more casually because I tend to be just
Mhm.
like direct. I need your statements. And some people would find that too strong.
Oh,
When
wow.
you're talking with money about money, people
Yeah,
are very sensitive
Yeah.
and their businesses and stuff. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not talking about punitive. I'm talking about plating,
And you're talking about softening the message a little bit.
softening the message so that certain people might be more able to
Listen.
respond without any abruption in the
Yeah.
interface.
Society.
Mhm.
Julia, it's interesting to hear how you're using AI. I work for a personal injury law firm, and one of the things that we're learning to do, we're all looking at massive quantities of medical records. And it's
Right.
not unusual, hundreds of pages, if not sometimes thousands,
Wow.
if the person was an inpatient. And part of the process when we're getting ready to go to court is to get together. One of our staff has to summarize what is in there. And now AI can take those documents and do a summary and
Yep.
cut down what previously took hours and hours and do it in a number of minutes.
No
Exactly.
kidding.
Right. That's the
Wow.
kind of thing that's super powerful. And
Yes,
you're assuming, though, that the AI is catching everything.
You
it
have to read
doesn't.
it.
Yeah. Yep, you
Yeah.
got
So
to double check it.
yeah.
But it's a good launching pad. And
Yeah.
Oh,
it,
yeah. Like a framework for stuff.
yeah,
So a lot of people seem to think that it's supposed to be perfect,
right.
but isn't.
No.
Yeah.
And when, you know, sometimes we get big hospital records and like I tell our clients, you know, if you're in the hospital, every time you pass gas, they've got to make a report. So,
Yeah, really.
so you end up with hundreds, if not thousands of pages, but a lot of it has no impact on the legal aspects of the case. We just
Yeah.
got to wade through to find those pearls hidden in there.
Yeah.
Right. And so the issue then is how do you train your AI agent to search for those? You have
Right.
to figure out the flags for them to look for and put
Yes.
that in the prompt.
You have to, yeah, you have to train it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and the information that I might need for my types of cases is different than what some of the other, like a workers' comp attorney would need.
Yeah.
Um, so it's interesting. It's interesting to me at age 70 to be learning new tricks every day.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's one thing that the world just changes and we have to adapt and embrace that.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
it's the kind of theme was about working at being older, but like I'm on AARP and they're always putting things out there like, like most people our age have to work.
Mhm.
Their retirement is not covering them,
So that's
like
changing, huh? That's
because we're
changing.
living much longer,
Yeah.
like Social
All of that.
Security was designed to last 10, 20 years, and
Yeah.
now
Yes.
people are living 30 and 40 years past retirement, and that retirement isn't,
That's a big change.
it's a big change. And so what can you do as a senior? What are jobs? Jobs can you always get? There was just a list in AARP about that. Like you can always get these jobs, like ranging from you know, $16 an hour to $250,000 a year, of where you can always get work in these areas.
Hmm.
And nursing and home health care and stuff like that is definitely, as a nurse, Kate, you're like very in demand. No wonder they didn't care
Oh,
about your references because there aren't enough nurses, there aren't enough people to do all the work that needs to be done.
Mhm.
That's right. And the population is growing.
Yes, especially the aging population.
Yeah.
right.
We're going to hit the end, I guess the end of the baby boomers are starting to go into retirement age now.
Hmm.
And I don't know what happened after the baby boom era, how quickly it dropped, but in terms of population, but there's a lot of older people that need care
Hmm.
that than there probably ever has been and probably maybe ever will be, because of the disparance there. And we don't have war to kill all of the middle-aged and older people in America
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, there's that too, huh?
Yeah.
Wipe out, decimate generations.
Yeah. I mean, I want people to feel safe and to know that they have help. And in so many cases, people don't have help
Yes.
and they
Right,
don't reach out. I mean, one of the hardest things for people to do is to ask for help. And they think they can do it all by themselves.
right.
Yeah.
And that's a huge hindrance.
You mean you can't?
You can't do it all yourself, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
a hard one for me. That's a hard one for me.
Yes, it
Yeah, to
is.
ask for help.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank heavens you've got Patty there to check, she checks in with you regularly. I mean, I'm so grateful personally that I have so much support in my, how lucky I am
Hmm.
to have so much support in my life.
Yes.
And there's so many people that literally don't have anyone
Yes.
that they can talk to or um, have resources to help them.
Yes.
It's very that to me, my heart goes out
Yes.
to
Mine
people like that? Like
does.
who, if you don't have family or friends that you can ask for help that check in, what do you do when you're in need, like this guy that you're helping in the nursing home?
Yeah.
And yes, there's staff in the nursing home that do that, but again, even people in those situations, I think that a lot of people don't want to ask for help. They,
Well,
yeah.
so the organization I work for, the people are reaching out for help to them. And then by the time I get them or I have been assigned to anybody, um, they are already open to receiving help. So that
Right.
helped a lot.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But
I
I
wonder, Kate, if people will start to call you just to talk, or for counseling or companionship. Do you think that will happen?
well, that's part of the job.
I see.
I
Uh-huh.
stick
How
around with,
nice.
I become their support system.
Yeah, like an advocate or yeah.
Yes, that's what I am, a healthcare advocate.
Uh,
Nice title.
yes, it is.
It is. I feel very blessed because I was of the ilk where I didn't think people my age could go back to work. I mean,
Oh,
it's a
Oh.
deeply ingrained belief
uh-huh.
of really our whole generation because I think that's what most people think. I mean, you do
Oh.
articles about people, s- um, let's see, realizing that they have to go back to work or whatever. But
Right.
I wonder
It's
what the
more like a failure than a choice or whatever. You mean like, see, I guess in my family, my grandmother, she opened a daycare, a nursery school when she was
yeah.
65.
right,
So
Huh.
it's 65 and she retired when she was 90. So
Wow.
she
Wow.
opened a business with preschoolers, kindergarten at 65 and did it for 25 years.
No
Holy
kidding.
cow.
And then my mother, she got divorced at 65 because she's like, I don't want to live the rest of my life with Jim. So she made huge life changes,
Yeah.
got ordained as a minister at 65
Yeah.
and then had a 20-year career
Yeah.
excellent.
and an independent life. So that to me, it's never too late to reinvent yourself.
No,
Yeah,
I agree.
a lot
I
of it
agree.
does have to do with starting your own business too. People do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
wonder what the statistics are of people returning to work after, say, 65.
I can ask. Stop
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
that
Ask
would be
your
interesting. Yeah.
Google it or your AI agent might be able to answer that question.
Hmm.
Huh.
There's all kinds of AI agents now. Wow.
I I've never thought of retiring. As an artist. It's it you, you just create as long as you live.
Yeah, I feel that way too, Samantha. Yeah.
So I don't, and I don't find it surprising that older people are working or want to work. I mean, because I don't see it as detrimental. I'm impressed with everybody who uses their brain.
Do,
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
people could still commission you for work now, Sam?
they could. I
Hmm.
might not say yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm exploring different avenues of creativity. I just redid, took a whole bunch of stuff out of my shop that's uh, in the house, and now I'm looking forward to a whole bunch of new exciting projects, learning some stuff.
Hmm.
Hmm. Learning
Like
some new
I say, I'm
techniques.
only 85.
It's great. It's the way it should be. But I mean, I've come to the conclusion that asking for help is really a spiritual practice. When you look at
Hmm.
the Alcoholics Anonymous as an example, people have when they reach out for help, they get involved with community and getting involved with people who are in their same boat of alcoholism or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a spiritual practice, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Also, the thing is that it's human nature to to help others.
It is.
So when you make yourself open to receive help, you're offering that opportunity to someone who needs to give help.
Yes, yes. Mhm.
And it's not a one-way street. Asking for help isn't a one-way street.
Exactly. Hmm.
Yeah, and that so to realize that people like that's human nature to help.
Yes.
So if you're being human by needing help and asking for it, you're also speaking deeply to someone else's needs.
Yes, yes.
So
Oh, listen to this. So 20 to 25% of US retirees are currently working or looking for work, a trend known as unretirement.
All
Nice.
right, okay. We're the unretirees.
Driven by inflation,
25%, huh?
driven by inflation, the need for social engagement, and a longer life expectancy. As of late 2024, nearly 1 to 5 people aged 65 and older were in the labor force.
How about
Wow.
About 8% of retirees reported returning to work, with 38.3% of employed seniors working part-time.
Yeah.
part-time? Yeah.
I think that's a big thing too, is that people who, do it to connect.
Yes.
Like I have a client that runs a storage facility, and
Mhm.
they have a woman there that, she can barely do anything. But they keep her, she's like, 85 or whatever, and she comes in and it gives her purpose. Like she's, doesn't has all kinds of challenges with her health and even mentally, but they still pull her in and give her a paycheck, and
Oh,
Oh,
Very
that's good.
kind.
it gives her
He's
purpose and connection and
Very
stuff.
kind.
And yeah, they're really kind people, very kind.
it,
Mm,
So
it's so important for people to be engaged.
yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
And they could be, some people get bored.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
mhm.
Well, I know when my dad retired, he was so busy because he finally could do what he wanted to do.
Yep.
You literally to go visit him, I had to like schedule time like weeks in advance. Like literally he and his wife, like their calendar was full from morning to night every day
Yep.
Wow.
with his he would do turn wood in the morning and then do this, and they had all these church things they did, all these neighborhood things they did that made them, that was very happy for them to be that kind
Yep.
of busy. That kind of busy would make me sad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But, he was a real organized guy. He liked to be busy.
Yeah.
Justify his existence is one of his. What did you do to justify your existence today?
Ooh.
That was one of the things he used to ask.
Well, that's a little bit harsh.
Yeah.
Right. I remember when he said that to me when I was like 13, and again, I don't need to do anything to justify my existence.
Yeah.
Well, I've been a tarot reader for, let's see, almost 50 years now. I
Yeah.
started in 1975.
That's
Wow.
Awesome.
great.
So you just came out of a work anniversary.
Yes,
So
right, right.
if you were on LinkedIn, you'd have a work anniversary
That's right. That's right.
celebration.
25. Yeah. And I
Wow.
still love the cards. I still get a thrill when I shuffle for to answer somebody's question or my own question.
Wonderful.
You must be, it must feel, do you feel like very, really, really confident in what you do in that way? I would think that 50 years of doing that would really give you a lot, mentally, and
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
how much you've learned from doing so many readings. Like that's pretty crazy. I mean, you've probably done thousands and thousands and
I
thousands of
know. Isn't that
readings.
amazing? Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever quantified that? That might be kind of interesting.
No,
Like,
I've never thought specifically how many, but lots, lots,
yeah,
lots and
yeah.
lots. But it's a lovely way to really get to know somebody on a deep way.
Mm-hmm.
You get beyond the chit chat really fast, and you really get to know and trust one another in a deep way.
That's awesome. You could probably hang your hat out, not your hat, but your,
My cap.
your little tarot reading
Right, put a little placard, a sign
placard.
outside
Right,
your
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
cards, a little thing on your, one of those little signs on your front lawn.
Yeah, yes.
Do you do them over the phone still, Jala, or do you do
Yes,
them?
yes.
Uh-huh.
However somebody wants it. I do it by email, Zoom, anyway, really.
Great. So you do Zoom. Do you still work for that one agency that does stuff for you, or are you an independent
No,
contractor?
when I got sick 5.5 years ago, I retired from that at the Heritage Store in Virginia Beach.
Yeah,
So I just do it now spontaneously when anyone asks me.
got it. Right. Because I thought you were also on like a phone line. Was that through
Well,
the
they had a
Heritage
phone line
Store?
there. They had.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah, because
started working at the store, but when they put in a phone line, then I went on the phone
yeah.
because the my pets wanted me to stay at home.
They have a way of doing that to you.
They
Yeah.
do, don't they? Julia, that reminds me, how are your new puppies doing?
Yes.
Well, they're doing. Gracie just got spayed, so she's on the last round of she's almost in a cone-free zone. She still has her cone on
Oh,
Oh,
at night and when we're not around, but we'll take it off when we're around and she's getting a little more active. And so things are seem to be moving forward. Um, Gracie has picked up some of BB's nervousness. So
oh.
it was really hard for her to go get spayed. She's very fearful. And
Mm.
I
oh yeah.
think that that's from BB. No, because there's nothing happened to her that I'm aware of. I guess she's a rescue dog that would make her that way. And when we first got her, she wasn't afraid to drive in the car or something. So I'm working on leash training her, and I've made some real headway this week, and that's been really encouraging. So now it's just a question of getting them more socialized and dealing with some of the fear responses.
Yeah.
But no, things are going good, but it's slow and
Mhm.
it's work.
Yeah.
But it's moving forward and we're learning more about that. I've got the name of a guy who specializes in training like rescue dogs. That's a local person who works with the dog rescue here. And I haven't reached out to him yet. I'm not quite ready to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get some help, at some point to get to learn how to deal with some of the special training issues that I've got.
Mhm.
But
That
I
was pretty
first
awesome.
want to get Gracie on a lead that I can walk her and maybe get her out of the yard, and in the car. So that's kind of my first goal, and I think that's doable for me without special help. Um, but one of these days I have to take him to the vet.
Oh boy.
That's scary.
Yeah. Well, it's like forklift time, and maybe Brad and I have to do it together or something because we'd have to pick the dogs up, put them in the car, and deal
Yeah.
with that. But um, I've got a scoot. So it was
Okay. Well,
great to connect with you guys.
yeah, thank you for coming.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I
Bye.
guess I should scoot too. Good to see everybody.
Good
Yeah.
to see everyone.
Yes.
Have a
Take
good,
care.
yeah,
Take
be
care.
careful in the snow.